Okay, this is just a quick update on the Catalina 22. Still haven't thought of a name for it yet. But what you're looking at is 3 pieces of teak. The piece of teak on the left has sat out in the sun for years. And this is pretty much sun and salt water bleaching. Has been sanded and treated with teak oil. The one on the right is teak, but it has not been treated, it's just been sanded. And while I'm here, there was a gash out of it right there. And what I did was I filled that with epoxy last night and let it cure overnight. So, the woodwork is well underway. There's my sander. We'll go look at the boat right quick. Not a lot of progress on the boat itself. As you can see, most of the hull has been sanded. I'll go back to the other end back there in the back. But the bow has been reinforced. I still have some more to do on the inside, but I have rebuilt up the bow as well as where the bow ring goes. And I'll take care of that a little bit later. Let's walk to the back. Small little bit of red is all that's left on the port side for sanding the hull. I did have to take it down to the fiberglass. There's the transom. It's half done. Still got a ways to go on it. Also, the ventilation holes, I filled them, and I went around and filled in all of the original holes where the original hardware was, the winch, cleats. I still need to get inside the hull to remove these 2 parts here for the lifelines. I am not going to remove the rails for the Traveler. Most of the fiberglassing holes have been repaired on the port and starboard side. I still have sanding to do. If you look at the top there, this is where those handrails were that I just showed you, the teak rails. It's like that on the other side as well, on the starboard side. And I still have to sand the starboard side. Still have to put hinges on the lazarette cover. And the inside I have not touched for a while, so we won't go in there for now. This is just a short update. I apologize for not having much more information. But hopefully within the next month or so, I'll have these windows out and rebed them, as well as start putting some of the hardware on. I do want to use non-skid, the rolled-on kind of non-skid, on the main decks, or on the topside decks. And then for the hull, I still need to buy a 2-part primer. But on the starboard side, I got to get it sanded first, which, as you can see, is still red. Don't know what color I'm going to paint it yet. Thinking about it. Blue would be nice, but I've heard that it shows salt. And white, of course, is a good option. And yellow is a good visible color. So we'll do some thinking on that too. And as you can see, the woodwork goes on. This is, I do believe Catalina meant this to be a cup holder and a plate holder, because it goes over where the galley was, just inside the door. I'm thinking binoculars and maybe a thermos. Don't know. We'll figure that out. But the binoculars fit good. And then up here, hanging right now, I'm going to go up and up and up and up and up. This is the teak right there, curing overnight. And then one other piece that I've done, I'll go over here right quick if you look by the door, is the tiller handle. I finished this a while back, which I'll have a better picture of it when the tiller is actually on the boat. But that came out pretty good too. I used a spar urethane on this, and I'll sand it and do it one more time before I'm done. So, all in all, it's coming along. I've got 2 pieces, those 2 pieces there. Those go on what I call the little bookshelf inside the cabin. They're mahogany. I'll sand those tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a little video started for that too. One more thing I do want to show. I'm using this teak oil right there. Watco teak oil. You shake the can really, really, really good. And then it comes out kind of a milky brown. And then from there, I use a regular cheap throwaway brush, or the acid brush there, one of the 2. And then my Home Depot cup. That's what I just dip it out of. And then another thing I do is I have one of those side can openers where the lid actually makes a great lid for the can. And I put my cleaning fluids. This is cleaned up with paint thinner, so it's real easy to use and easy to clean up. So that's it for the update on the Tandem Island for now. I'll have another update hopefully by next weekend.